So we just got done talking about Dead Reckoning at the theaters.
Part
So
one.
I had part one. So I had a question for you guys. Would you make a good spy? Jared, go.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
I'm too trusting of people. They'd be like, here, I'll hold the key just to be safe. And I'd be like, oh, okay, sweet. And then they just steal it.
They're like, ha. Thomas, would you make a good spy?
Not about a spy, but when I was younger, I did want to work for like the intelligence agencies. So I looked up a lot of stuff about that. I think I'd be a better analyst and like worker.
I'm an analyst.
Yeah, exactly. But something similar to Jack Ryan, like because I enjoy numbers and stuff like that. That's why I'm taking accounting. But spy, I don't think so, because you also have to be super, super observant. And I'm just like, huh?
That's the only thing I'd be good at is the observancy, but I wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Oh, and you're like, he's like, no. I was just dropping off a package. It wasn't cocaine. Oh, okay. I got it.
You have to be the guy in the chair, Jared, that just like watches everyone. Michael, would you be a good spy?
Could you seduce somebody, Michael?
Would you
Rebecca Ferguson?
Both women and men?
Give me $15 million. I feel like I could.
He wants to say yes.
I feel like I could. I could. Whenever, if I'm given like the objective to be charming,
go ahead to seduce.
I can be charming. if I'm personally trying to be charming, no chance in hell do I get anyone. But if it's like an objective or it's like an order, then it's like Jared.
The mission's on the line.
In the mall, Jared. Remember the mall? That was an order. It was an order, and I did it.
It was.
If it was on my own steam, never in hell would I have done that. So just give me an order, Captain. I'm out.
Here's another question. Oh, well, Joseph, would you be a good spy?
I think I'd make an excellent spy, just because I am always scaring people at work. They never notice me. I'll go.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I was just like,
I'm always hacking them, getting into their accounts.
I'm always like, I'll be walking to ask them a question, and they'll be like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't hear you there." So I think I'd be a good like pickpocket.
So
on that side.
Do you think you'd be more like the Smiley type thing, like from Tinker Tailor, like the very unassuming, like office person that's actually a brilliant spy master?
Pretty much like what spies would be, like James Bond and Ethan Hunt. You would pick that guy out of any crowd. You'd be like, look at that guy. That guy's a spy.
I will say that, like, as someone who goes down like conspiracy theories and stuff about like intelligence, the spies they always capture, they are never good looking.
No,
ever. They're always like this like schluppy person, and you're like, you're a spy.
Thanks a lot, Thomas.
No. I'm just saying, like, it's never like the person you would always expect. It's like, really, that guy. Huh.
Here's a story of being observant. I used to work for this place. I'm not going to say things because I don't know if I can, but I worked for this place, and they had a cop that did security every night. And he came in one night, like in a jacket and like a baseball cap, and I was like, oh, why does he look like he's undercover? And the guy's like, he is undercover. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, not bad. Hey, Frank, you off tonight?
I said, why do you look like you're undercover? And he's like, and I was like, oh.
Oh, no.
What's this, Mr. Undercover Cop? What's going on? Where's the bust van? Are you going to like bust somebody?
Gary, what was your other question?
So this is the question. If you had to be a spy, could you just jump off a mountain onto a train?
Absolutely not.
Why would they not at least give him like a wingsuit?
For a second I thought that's what that air wing was, but I was wrong. It was
just a parachute.
Yeah. Give him some sort of
I think that's just
gliding
Tom Cruise
material
wanting to impress people with his air wing ability.
Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. No way, no chance. Like that, you see those videos on Instagram, whatever, where it's the Red Bull crazy people doing that kind of like sky surfing, whatever that's called, parachute surfing thing. I don't know what the heck it's called, but they're like flips through through like canyons. They're just like 10 feet from rocks, flying hundreds of miles an hour. I'm like, That's just insane. How do you get what are the steps that lead to that? How do what path do you apply? Like apply for the base position of a job to move up in the company to go diving through rocks.
You zip line, then you go paragliding, then you do that.
Like, yeah,
I don't like
insanity.
ledges. I don't like. There's a scene. There's a scene in Fallout where Tom Cruise just walks up to the ramp in the plane.
Oh yeah,
the ramp's like open. And he just walks right up to it. I'm like, no way.
It's back to back.
I'm not gonna lie. Like
You can see from here.
I doubt I would have any success doing it, but I would definitely try it because I'm not afraid of heights, and I would definitely attempt it, but I would probably like splat on the rock side. And
The worst stunt to me is when he was like running down that building. I wouldn't. That's worse.
Oh, in Ghost Protocol?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that stunt's just awesome. I love that one.
Just jumping out of a plane is more reasonable than running down a building to me.
well, yeah, you expect the parachute to open, but that building there, you're like, well, if he falls, he dead.
It's like when we were watching Extraction 2 when they were fighting on the ledge. I'd be like, no, you win the fight, man. I'm not doing that.
I never thought I was afraid of heights because I'll go hiking and go up mountains and stuff like that. But last year we were in Taos, New Mexico, and they had this big giant bridge. And we're like, yeah, let's go on the bridge. That'll be fun. So we're like walking it, and I'm like terrified because like the bridge like moving and stuff like that. I'm like, this is awful. I can't.
It's like the Skyjack, Thomas. You jerk.
Oh,
Like I couldn't even like get to the ledge to take a picture because I was like freaked out.
okay. So I have to tell this story. Like me and Jared were working at this store. I'm not going to say it. And so Skyjack's those scissor lifts that go up. It's like a raising platform. Well, this thing was like POS. Like this thing should have been dead years ago. So it can't lift both me and Jared up at the same time. But both of us have to be up there to do this job. So I'm like, Jared, just hold on. So he pushes up, and what I do is I jump.
Oh my god!
5 feet, like it was like.
He was like Shrek in that scene when they're on the bridge.
I'm like, this? He's like, no, stop it. Stop doing that. And we're only up like 20 feet up. We're not very high, but you thought I was like dangling Jared off of a cliff, like holding him by like the t-shirt.
Dude, a 12-foot ladder, I'm like, I don't trust this.
I think my phone's afraid of heights because like I hate having the feeling of my phone out above of like the ledge or something. I wasn't afraid. Like I'm at the mall.
Why is my phone shaking? Why is my phone shaking?
I'll be like on the second story of the mall, and I'll be like, "Hey, my phone's gonna fall." If I go out there. It's weird.
Uh-huh.
That was my question for this week. So, you guys got any stuff going on this week? What we're watching, what we're playing, anything like that?
Rewatched Howl's Moving Castle.
I thought he froze.
I was like, oh, okay.
I couldn't think of the name of it. So the first time I watched Howl's Moving Castle, I was real sleepy, and so I kind of didn't really enjoy it. And then I was like, all right, we had some friends over, they hadn't seen it. I was like, well, we'll watch it again because we were going to watch Spider-Man 2. We didn't watch Spider-Man 2, and then we were going to watch Joker because I want to watch Joker again because I watched a making of it. I never thought I would want to watch that movie again, but then I watched a making of it. I was like, wow, that movie's really well shot, and I forgot that, so I want to watch it again. Anyway, somehow we got on Howl's, and that's what we watched.
Went from Joker to
and I don't care for that movie.
Ghibli is overrated. I've been saying this. It's going to give me deplatform, but
Mononoke is top tier incredible.
That's the most overrated.
That's my favorite one.
It's just Zelda, Jared. You should love it.
No, it's not just Zelda. It's hippie crap, and I hate it.
It's so cool.
I'm sorry. Spirit Away, I don't like that movie.
I don't get it either.
I just don't. It's like the most like, oh, this is the best animation movie I've ever seen.
It's pretty.
Like, yeah, okay. I don't like this. I don't like the story. I thought the story was kind of stupid.
I don't dislike either of them, like Howl's or Spirited Away, but I don't get like they're just good to me. Like the first half of Howl's I find very slow and dragging on. I'm like, just get somewhere. Like the scene where they're walking up the stairs and the fat witch lady is sweating her face off, and it takes probably 5 minutes for him to get upstairs. I'm like, that was no need. It was fine in the beginning, ha ha ha, hoo, hoo, hoo. But like it takes him so long. Those 10 plus minutes, not really, but yeah, so yeah, that's what I watched that for sure, and then I'll let someone else go while I think of anything else.
I watched Batman Doom Comes to Gotham. It's like the Cthulhu version, the Cthulhu story, but
Excuse
with
me?
Yeah.
And
Sounds kind of awesome.
it's pretty cool. So it starts like all Cthulhu or H.P. Lovecraft stuff, bunch of paranoia about an eldritch god coming to wherever and just like wrecking shop.
The angles are wrong.
And then
Angles.
so the cameos were like Dr. Freeze, Ra's al Ghul, and what's the demon that's always
Etrigan.
Yeah, he was in it. For some reason, he was the one that stopped the Eldritch thing, even though those
Batman movie.
doesn't really go like Eldritch God and like Satan kind of demon stuff. I don't know. There's like a disconnect to me, but
Satan, you're here too.
What more evil can come? Next, the Cenobites are gonna come. You're just like,
We are angels to some, demons to others.
but it was cool.
Do they still use that ugly art style?
It wasn't the best looking one, but I did like Batman's costume in this one because it's kind of the trench coat. Whenever he's like in London, it looks like that. One thing I wanted to mention is the voice actor for Nightwing, or Dick Grayson, is the same voice actor for like Max Goof and that guy.
A Goofy movie?
Yeah, it was a little weird because he sounds exactly the same, but it
would
just
be
sounded like Max
weird.
Goof talking to Batman.
Batman, I want to go to the Powerline concert in
But
LA.
what I did like, it had Cassandra Cain because you never see her in Batman stuff. And then Batman turned into a bat creature at the end to stop the King in Yellow.
Oh,
So
oh, they had the King in Yellow.
It turned out to be Raish, and I was like,
That's kind of cool.
yeah. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of weird.
What's the Great Carcosa or whatever? Yeah, I just finished some videos about that. That's kind of cool.
The main one was the one that was threatening to come was Axathoth or whatever its name is. So
That's
cool.
that's the one with the wheel, right? Or is that the tip?
No, it's the one that's so like unimaginably ugly that it just drives you crazy.
Okay,
It's like Cthulhu's dad.
yeah, the elder god, because Cthulhu's the priest, I think.
Yeah.
And then
I
the
get
King in Yellow
confused.
is Cthulhu's brother.
Yeah, it's. I have some videos. I'm going to send them to you. I think you'd like them.
Just a ton of tentacles. Just
I was going to say, well, it's like the one with the tentacles.
everywhere.
Well, I was going to say the one with the tentacles. I'm like, that's not descriptive at all.
Carlos, get out of the chat.
oh, what they did have, because the Penguin was in it, is because I was watching a whole like zoology on like Cthulhu stuff of like everything, and they mentioned these penguins that I was like, penguins, but it's like these very large white penguins, and they were in there, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Someone was definitely a fan.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
that's all I watched.
Thomas, what are you watching or doing?
I
Sherry?
just finished the first season of Only Murders in the Building, and that was a great season. I didn't expect it to where it was going. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then things start to happen. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that part in the first episode. Like, oh, what's going on? So I'm actually really excited for this next season. I want to watch the first episode, so I'm going to try to finish those. And then I don't think I'm watching anything else currently. Just doing school. So fun stuff.
I finished the rest of Jack Ryan season 4. It wasn't great. The action episode was good. Everything else was kind of bland. They do set him up as running for eventual office. So I don't know if he gets a series where
as
he's
president.
president. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite parts about that is he becomes president, and Well, are they gonna do another
I don't
movie with
know.
what's his face? Michael B. Jordan?
I don't think so. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. What was I? I was gonna say something about Jack Ryan, but I can't remember. I watched the first episode of Picard season 3. Really good. It's like you get the feels for Next Generation. You're like, that's some Next Generation stuff. Even has like the music from First Contact, kind of.
Oh, that's cool.
I
That's
was like,
what
dang.
Red Letter Media was saying. They're like, am I liking Picard?
Yeah,
for
am I liking
once?"
Picard again?
Yeah, that's why I'm watching because this is the only thing anyone's ever liked out of the Discovery stuff or the CBS stuff. Yeah, so the Titan looks a little different than I remember it looking in like expanded universe stuff, but that's okay.
Oh, Riker ship.
Yeah, because it kind of just looks like a mini Enterprise now. But
That's weird.
yeah. So, Michael, did you think of anything else?
No, I'm just watching.
No.
I forgot I was still watching Always Sunny.
Always Sunny.
I'm almost done rewatching it all. But the last episode I watched was the freaking body switching episode where they become a family of black people
the
and it's
black
a
people?
musical. Oh my god!
I think we just found a new rule.
It's so good. It's so awful, but it's so good.
Okay, how come they kept that episode?
I know.
And yet they got rid of Lethal Weapon 4 or 5. I love
Oh my
Lethal Weapon
God.
5. That's probably one of their best episodes. And then they have this one. It's not bad, but it's not nearly as funny as Lethal Weapon 5, in my opinion.
We're church people. It's like, dear Lord.
Because you've already gone through the assault weapon one, right? Where they're buying, or the
they're trying to buy a gun. Yeah,
that was
fever.
I love that one. God,
Good
I love that
Lord.
one.
No, I did rewatch one of the best episodes of that show of all time is where Mac and Dennis go to the suburbs.
Oh man, I love that
my
one.
God.
Newsflash, a-hole! I've been hearing it the whole time.
He's like, Mac's famous mac and cheese. He opens a pantry. It's just a bunch of Kraft mac and cheese. He's like, well, you said you liked it so much. I didn't want to tell you that it was just a box mac and cheese.
That is one of my favorites. I love that episode.
Hot one today, isn't it, neighbor?
Is it a hot one? Is it a hot one? God.
I love that one.
It's terrible.
So it's getting pretty weird in Hollywood right now. If you haven't heard, the actors went on strike. So that means
Walked out of
writers,
Oppenheimer?
the writers and the actors are on strike now. So
What's left?
I know
Directors?
The caterers.
the
Food's gone. We're all done.
Services.
So like, yeah, if you're like an independent movie director, just start making movies because you could probably get into theaters right now. Because
Shoot, we should do ours.
I know. We need to do something because who knows how long this is going to last? Because the CEOs are like, yeah, they can be on strike until they lose their houses and stuff like that. So
We'll wait it out.
yeah, and it's like a really bad time for them to strike just because like everything Hollywood's been down with the reviews, money, everything. It's just like Sound of Freedom was #1 at the box office for a while. That's crazy.
It made its budget back over like 6 times now.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
I did forget to mention the last time we talked about this that I did go see that as well.
Oh, so I'm trying to see it this week, but with Barbie and Oppenheimer, my schedule's going to be packed. So, but I did hear that they actually are streaming it on Twitter. So
Yeah, they made one of those deals with Elon Musk.
Oh yeah.
which I think is a good idea.
Yes,
you know,
I mean that's their thing is like get it seen by as many people as possible.
Yep.
It's like even after the movie ends during the credits, Jim Caviezel comes on and talks about it, and they have a QR code like, "Hey, you can buy tickets for other people to see it," and then people go to that website and take the tickets. Like, they're just trying to
I
get
will
it
say
seen.
without any they didn't do any marketing for this. I don't think they could afford it.
I didn't see any.
It's done incredibly well by word of mouth. Like,
yeah.
them doing like interviews and stuff and just telling people, "Hey, this is out there. Go watch it." So
it's a good cause. Give to Operation Underground Railroad if you can, because slavery's not cool.
No.
Nope.
That
Nope.
that
Selling kids ain't cool. So
should be like a top priority for us as American citizens to get rid of that. So
It should be, shouldn't it, Joseph? Shouldn't it?
Yes.
shouldn't it? Yes. Well, we can take that stand on this podcast. So
Yeah.
just saying that slavery no good. Don't sell
Yeah.
kids.
Slavery bad.
Slavery or don't diddle kids.
Leave the kids alone.
Jared said it.
Yeah.
Now we're in real trouble. But
Hey, teacher, leave that kid alone.
Yeah. So that's gonna do it for the bonus chat of That's Good Stuff. Join us next time. Well, we review Oppenheimer, like Thomas said.
Are we doing the Barbenheimer? We doing both?
I don't know if I can. We'll try.
I don't think I want to because I don't care about Barbie.
I.
Neither do I, but it's going to be awesome.
I don't know.
Bro.
We'll think about it. We'll try. But definitely Oppenheimer. So if you're looking forward to that, check out our review that's coming soon. And then we will see you next time. Like, subscribe, and notify for even more good stuff. Bye.